What's going on, everyone? It is Tim, and for our first video on this tech channel, we decided that we would do my jailbreak configuration. So, if you can't tell by looking, my phone is jailbroken, and I'm going to tell you guys about the tweaks that I've used to optimize my phone to the best of its abilities. So, let's jump in. Okay, so the first tweak that I'm going to explain is Activator. It's a super simple tweak, but it allows you to do all kinds of things, such as compose tweets from sending buttons, which is the main way I use it, and making different functions happen, like if I double tap the status bar, I can send a text to my mom, so I don't have to go through the entire process. So, for example, like I said, if I hold this, if I use both buttons, press them at the same time, and as you can see, boom, there's Twitter. And now, I'll get rid of that. Next tweak I'm going to go over is Cylinder. So you might have heard of this as Barrel. You've probably seen it on Vine, like, oh, if you go to our website and download our free virus, you'll get this feature. But if you jailbreak, it's real. So it's called Cylinder, and it's scrolling animations. So I chose a couple I liked. See, if you just scroll, it'll look cool. And yeah, another tweak I used with this is called Mobius, so that allows me to, almost like Pac-Man, scroll in an infinite loop. So keep scrolling, keep scrolling. As you can see, it never stops. Keep going through the same things over and over. There's no end to the scrolling, which is absolutely awesome in my opinion. Next thing I'm going to explain is SBFlip, which is one of the two features I'm going to explain that makes your iPhone 5S, or anything that's not an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, act like a 6 or 6 Plus. So for example, if I want to turn my phone upside down, it can work upside down. If I want to turn it sideways, it'll work. The one issue is if you have more than 4 rows, then it will cut them off, but if you keep them to more than 4 rows, then you have a great landscape. The next one is called ConvoPics. So what that does is allow you to see contact pictures. So I have my friends' pictures here, I can see who they are and all that, and it's really nice to have, especially if you have contact pictures, which I actually don't have a lot of. Next one is NoSlowAnimations, which you might have noticed, but it makes everything move way faster. So excuse those notifications. So see, when I tap this, it goes up almost immediately. When I press the home button, it closes almost immediately. And shut up. It closes almost immediately. Super snappy. Everything's just sped up very drastically. And you can customize how much you want it sped up. Next one is CC Now Playing. So say I go into iTunes and play a song, or if I even play a video or something, it works with anything. So see, I can play a song, and while it's playing, I can tweet about it. So I press the Twitter button, and it'll say, oh, this is the song. I added some emoji and customized the message and the album art, which is from my DJ pool right now. The next one is called BrowserChanger, which is super simple, but it means I can use Chrome as my default browser instead of Safari, or you can choose any browser you'd like, so that's really convenient. Next one is Zeppelin, which you might have noticed, and what that does is it changes this little Apple logo to whatever you want. So I chose an Android logo since I'm about to switch to a OnePlus One, which I will also do a review of mid-tier Android and mid-tier iPhone, and how they compare to each other in my opinion. So that's coming soon. Next up is two that I use in tandem, but they are Blurry Badges and Flurry. So Blurry Badges is what makes these badges the same color as their icon. So for example, the Facebook icon has a blue notification, App Store has a lighter blue, Settings has gray, Phone has green, etc. Another one I really like is NoAppStoreRedirect. So that means if I open an app, say I go to iFunny, which is one of my favorites actually, and I go here, and there's an ad. So I can click on it, but if it tries to go to the App Store, it will say, this application is trying to go to the App Store. Do you want to allow this? Which it's not doing now because it's not trying to take me to the App Store, but you can accept it if you want it, or if you don't want them to take you there, they won't take you there. Super convenient. Next one is really logical, and I have no idea why Apple doesn't have this yet, but it's called Kill Background 8. So if I go into my multitasking, I can just tap this little button, and it'll close all the apps except the most recent one, which is probably running. Or if you're running a music app, then it won't close that either. Another app I have here, but I can't really demonstrate, is called AirBlue. And what it does is it puts full Bluetooth capabilities on your phone, so you can use file sending and such things on your iPhone from a computer or possibly even another phone. The next one is called BatterySafe, and you can customize this in your settings like I will show you. And BatterySafe is something where you can set the battery percentage where you want it to start working, and it'll change your settings, so you can bring down your brightness, you can disable Bluetooth or Wi-Fi automatically, and it'll keep your battery on that last leg it needs, hopefully to make sure you make it through the day, which with an iPhone is a real struggle, something I'm really excited about getting away from iPhones for. Another one is OpenSiri, which means that Siri has some extra special commands that you can use. Another one, very similar, is called the untethered Hey Siri, which means if I say, Hey Siri, it'll open Siri, which is really cool. So that means you don't have to have it plugged in like Apple wants, and that is kind of an Android-y feature that you can say, Hey Siri, and it'll open Siri whenever you want. Now, this one is a little bit of some apps I call app enhancement, which means you can do some special things with apps. So the first one of these is called Phantom, which means it's a special Snapchat app, which means it'll take your normal Snapchat app and it will let you upload your own pictures and video. So say I took this picture earlier, I can enhance it to fit Snapchat or edit it, and then boom, Snapchat. Send it to whoever I want, post it on my story, etc. Another thing I can do with it is, for example, if I go to Kian Lolly's Snapchat, I can save a video. So see this little button right here? Save. Boom, video saved to Vault. You can choose to save it to photos or to an online vault. And that's pretty awesome in my opinion. Another one is called Facebook++, which means that on Facebook, you just have some basic extra features. So first off, you don't have to use that pesky Messenger app. It does have a couple ads, but it means that I can use the messages in the app, I can save videos from Facebook, and it streamlines the Facebook experience to what I believe it should be. Next is Vine++. Very similar. I can save Vines, I can upload from my pictures and videos, which now you can do on Vine natively, but before that was a special feature. See that save button. So really nice advantage if you want to share a Vine on another social network or just watch it offline, which I saved some Vines for. Another one that I use that probably most of you won't use is Pebble Status, which just means if you have a Pebble smartwatch like I do and it connects via Bluetooth, there will be a little icon shaped like the Pebble showing that it's successfully connected in every way, which is nice because it's not always super reliable on connection. And the last app of this video, which you might have already seen, is called iAppLock, which means that when you try to open an app, you can set it to have a code. So you can set a timer on the code. So as you can see, when I press that it opened, but say wait a few seconds, it'll ask you to enter an additional passcode, which you can change. You can set security, so it'll email it to you if you forget it, etc. It's all around a super helpful app, especially if you have a lot of people who try to get into your phone. If you want that extra layer of security, it's really nice. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I am going to get a OnePlus One very soon. I'm going to do a review on that from my standpoint, which is an iPhone user for about 2 years, but I have had experience in Android. And also, my take on mid-tier iPhone, because this is a 5S, and I got it a little after the 6 came out, and mid-tier Android, as the OnePlus One's been out for about 6 months now, and it's not the highest tier, but it's still got awesome specs for its price. So, hopefully you'll see that coming soon. Please make sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Make sure to comment something down below. And do not forget to subscribe if you want to see more content. I love you all, and I shall see you next week.